Hello to everyone. I think I'm the most nervous person in this room because this is my first experience with presentation. I think I'm much better with whistle on the court. So if I forgot my text, I'm sorry for this. Before I start, I would like to thank to organizers and to my club, handball club in Lovosice, and thanks to Czech Handball Federation that they gave me this opportunity to introduce my job and journey that we started in 2012. And to be honest, we are still on the beginning, and I hope that our journey is good, and I hope you will enjoy my presentation, same like I like my job in Lovosice. You see a logo of Regional Handball Center. We obtained this status in 2012, and I do similar job like my colleagues from whole country. There are 15 centers in the Czech Republic, and I'm working in the north part of the Bohemia, and I work mainly with boys because I'm involved in boy club. I'm one of 2 professional coaches in the club. I work with boy team under 15, and I organize trainings for goalkeepers from our club as well. You can see we have 2 main tasks for our center. Is a work with talented players, and second is a work with the schools, and I will talk mainly how do we work in the schools in our region. You can see a structure of our cooperation. In the middle is our handball clubs, or regional center we can say, and we are working together with the School Sport Partnership, Handball Federation, and handball clubs deliver taster sessions and organize school competition for schools, for primary schools and colleges as well, together with School Sport Partnership. But competitions for primary schools are only belong handball clubs. So it means we have to organize referees, venues, we prepare whole tournament together with youth players, and sometimes with the local handball associations. So in Handball Club Lovosice, we started in 2012 with 3 primary schools. There was one competition for primary schools, and today we have 3 competitions in 3 different areas. So it was my job. Now I work together with the second professional coach. So in the club we are 2 professional coaches, and we work together to prepare interesting tournaments and taster sessions and workshops together with our men team that played the highest competition. And when we organize a competition for secondary schools, we work together with School Sport Partnership, because these competitions belong School Sport Partnership, and we only deliver referees or venue and help to organize regional rounds or rounds in the Shire. But when it's a national championship, it's belong School Sport Partnership. There are 3 different competition for primary school. For Key Stage 2, what is classes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5. It's only belong to club, and there is only regional competition. So schools play together in the group in whole country. But there are other 2 competitions. What is Journalist Cup? What is for year 6 and 7? And it's organized by School Sport Partnership, and we help to organize regional rounds. And there is School Minister Cup. It's a new competition. This competition started last year, and it's for year 8 and year 9, and it's belong school sport partnership as well. But we help to deliver referees and venues. You can see a picture from one school competition in Děčín, what is a small town that is, there is a handball club, and this club is belong a regional handball center. So if they need help with lectures, we help them to organize taster sessions in the school, and competition is only belong a regional club, so every club covers own competition for primary schools, but we as a center help them to show them how to do it if they start, or if they need people. Sometimes we help them with to organize this tournament. You can see 3 main objectives to bring handball into PE curriculum. In the Czech school system, there are some team games or ball games, but not special handball, because handball is a really difficult sport. But for this case, we have mini handball, what is give and go system. You can use it in basketball. There are similar rules. There is dribbling, passing, catching, shooting, only basket and goal. So we try to persuade teacher and head teachers that handball is a really simple game, and you can use whole invasion games like mini handball game, like mini rugby, without contact, and you add dribbling, and you have handball in the school. So you don't need handball court because it's large, 20 times for 20 times meter, 40 times meter. So you don't need. You need just school gym to play handball with kids. And if you bring handball in the school, you can increase your membership as well. So after 3 years, I can say that it's working for the club membership. Now we have in the youngest group, we have 40 children. We had around 20 3 years ago. And now we have in the mini team, we have 3 teams. So it's around 30 kids in the team. And the last year that we have problem is a year 2000. So we don't have enough players that were born in 2000. But from 2001, we are fulfilled and thanks to school competitions. And the last one is a sport or support. How do we support talented player? What is one of tasks for a regional handball center? So every club recommends talent player in different age group, and we organize mini camps for them. We attend tournament with selective team. For example, last year we were in Berlin to play like a cup. You can see what I said is the cheapest and simplest game, invasion game, because the ball is magic. So if you bring it to children, and now we have mini ball, it's from rubber, you can grab it easily. It doesn't matter how tall the kids are, how able they are, everybody can play. This is example of our school competition, and the corner picture is from our workshop. It was a small handball presentation for people together with our extra league club extra league team. And this is another way how we bring children into the club and into the school competition. This is a invitation for a regional school competition for year 4 and 5. We played it this May, and they were involved I think, 15 schools. Some schools brought 2 teams. We played in our sport hall. We were one outdoor court as well, so we used 4 handball court for mini handball. And there were more than 100 children in May, and we hope we can do it again next year. There were some pictures from school competitions. From Ústí nad Labem. It's another part of our center. And there is a story, I've got 2 stories of overweight players. This is one of them, Martin. He's really talented. He plays in a mini team. He's 10. You can see these fans. This is his father and his sister, and this is Martin, I think, last year or 2 years ago. So now we try to persuade whole family to change their lifestyle, because Martin is really talented, but he won't be able to play next year because he is too fat. It's not overweight, he is too fat. And this is a problem of whole his family. So this is not a task just for the club, but we try to help them to persuade and to start some program. And another story, it's a story of one of my players, is Svítek. I coach him now. He came into the club in 2012. You can see he has a high pressure, and thanks to his heart disease, he couldn't play. He couldn't attend a PE in the school as well. So when he was 10, the doctor says, okay, you are okay. I don't know what was his health problem, but he came into a club in 2012, overweight, no confident boy. He had a problem with his coordination, and now he is a member of my team, U15, under 15, and you can see him. This is during our training camp, during a testing. It was a long jump, and this picture is from our August tournament. So Wojtek is a great boy today. He never will be excellent player because he is not as talented as other players. But we don't need only players. We need referees, we need table officials, we need coaches. So we try to keep Wojtek in the club. But we will see what happens next year. Maybe he will be a part of our junior team. Maybe he will continue as a coach or leader during some school competition. This is a membership of our club last season, from adult to our mini team players. And we know that to work with schools is the most important thing. Because, like someone said, children play computer when they come from the school and play computer. So we try to be involved in the nurseries as well. So 3 times per week we organize. There are 3 nurseries in Lovosice. It's a small town. There are just 10,000 people in this town, and we organize 3 times per week. We organize small session for 5-year-old children. It's not about handball. We do athletic, gymnastic, ball games. We sing with them together and try to have fun and bring them for the club in the future. And this is another way how we try to involve children and players. Number 3 is Václav Franz. Now he is a member of our men team. He is a member of national team under 21. And he was my colleague last season, and he obtained a license B for coaching. So if he comes to training, everybody, sees him and they listen to him with open mouth because he is a star for children. So this is what we utilize, that we have some members of national team, and if we prepare training session together with men team, everybody comes because they love it. This is even after the match that our players, we prepared a calendar and they met children funds and they spent some time together with them, talk about handball. This was a workshop in Liepāja, and there were presentation of different kind of sports, and everybody tries shooting, or there were karate. There were players who built a goal for mini handball. This is very talented boy from our club, and now we put him into the elder category. He plays together with Martin. They are from one team. And you see a lady on the left side. She works with Martin's family or try to talk with them because she was a goalkeeper in the national team. And she tries to help Martin's parents to support Martin. And this is another way how we increase our membership. We are looking for new Jiří model. I think he is a famous player from our club because he is a member of national team. So if we try to bring new players, we ask Jirka for help. So he usually attends the whole event, practices with children, and we have some T-shirts with his name and with his number. So you can meet a lot of children with number 8 in Lovosice. This is a topic about talented players. As I said, we work as a regional handball center. We work together with other clubs in the region, and every 3 months we have a schedule for mini camps for different age groups, and it depends on club which players they send to us. So for example, if we organize a camp for age group under 9, it doesn't matter if the player is talented or not, because we want to make more interesting their training plans. We try to show them other exercises or other way to work. We don't invite only the players, but the coaches as well. They are involved. They can be a part of these camps or the training. If they ask, can I do, I don't know, defense 1, man-to-man? Yeah, you can prepare your exercise and you can be a part of this. Different work is with elder players because there are some national teams, under 18, under 21. So if we organize mini camps for these age groups, it depends on club or depends on manager of regional handball center if they will accept this player or not. So they have to, do some test, physical test. There's running, jumping, throw the ball. If they are members of national team, they have to come and attend these mini camps. And same for coaches. To do it more interesting, we ask our extra league players to be a part of this program. So sometimes, because our players are not professionals, they work, everybody works, they have their own job, but they practice twice per week in the morning. So sometimes we organize this morning session together with youth players, like shooting training. So if the young people or youngest players see their older colleagues how to do it properly, it's the best example of how to shoot properly, how to use hand or high elbow, or how to jump. They can ask them how to do faking, for example. So I think they are 18, but they like to work with professionals or almost professionals. This was my team. It's a selection team under 15, and we attend Youth Olympic Games in Plzeň this June. We were on the 4th place, and there are some boys from my team from Lovosice. So this team was selected from 3, the biggest club in the North region, Most, Louny, and Lovosice. And you can see some pictures from the Olympic tournament. And the last part of my presentation, I would like to compare how they work in Great Britain, because I spent 8 years in Great Britain. I came to England in 2005, and handball was really teeny tiny sport. I came like a player, and there were along 12 clubs, women clubs in the whole England, whole country, and handball was played mainly on the north part around Manchester and Liverpool. And in 2008, I started to teach handball in the schools. They have completely different system than we have in the Czech Republic, because everything is belong to clubs. And in Great Britain, they work similarly like in the United States. They have school teams, and in the club there are only adults and junior under 18. So I was an employee of School Sport Partnership, and I delivered session into 56 different primary and secondary schools. So this is, I think, the famous handball player from England, Holly Lamo. She started with football and netball, what is really popular girl sport in England. And after Olympic Games, she signed up a contract with Larvik. So finally she played the Champions League. And what was amazing, that she was in the national team together with her younger sister. So in 2009, British or England Handball Association built a plan how to develop handball, because when I came to every school, they said, bloody hell, what is handball? I have never seen it. I don't know what is it. So it was the biggest challenge in my life to teach something that they never seen. And now they really expanded. They have a Super 8, what is the highest competition. There are 8 top adult teams, and they have a youth competition for age group under 18 and under 17, and they organize national school championship for other age groups. So this was my map of schools that I work. They call it cluster or families. So you can see on the top is a secondary school, and belong every secondary school are some primary schools. And there is a management team on the top. Important is that there is no PE curriculum for primary schools in England. It depends on the head teacher. So I was an employee together with other 14 coaches. There were tennis coaches, badminton, netball, rugby, tennis. Tennis is a part of curriculum on a secondary schools. And every 12 weeks, we receive a plan of PE sessions. So in the morning, I usually worked with primary schools, and in the afternoon, I worked with secondary schools. It's interesting that primary schools don't have a gym. They have outfield, outside court, but inside in the school, they have a big hall. In one corner is a piano. On the second corner, there are some tables and chairs, because they use this hall for a lunch. So if we came in the afternoon after lunch, there was a rice on the floor, or some potatoes, and we practiced on this. So it was sometimes really difficult, because one wall was glass, and on the other wall there were some doors into the other classes. So teacher says, kids, don't cry, don't scream, because they are studying. You know, you are not allowed to scream. But if you say, come on, we play catching game, and if you have 7-year-old children, everybody screams. So it was really big challenge to do it. What is great on this system, that they have team leaders from secondary schools. So they have a special education program for coaches. It's for students under 18. They are not allowed to coach team on their own, but during any tournament, they bring children, they lead them, and it's a great way how to bring referees and coaches into the sport. And this is a structure of a British system. You see national schools competitions only. Unfortunately, there is no same quality like in the United States, but there are 60 million people, so I believe they can play whatever they want. And on the last page you can see a difference between Great Britain and the Czech Republic. So everything is belong the clubs. On the top is a national team, men and women. Under this national team, under 21, and other youngest national teams. And on the side, there are regional handball centers with the clubs and the schools. So in the Czech Republic, the school competition is not as important as a club competition. But it's really important to be involved in the schools. That's it. Thank you very much.
Andrea, I have a question for you. You, as a member, as you told, you have worked as a coach in Czech Republic and also United Kingdom. Earlier today at the conference, we heard that if Latvia would like to win Olympic medals in team sports, they need to build, for example, a women's team in handball. Your comments about that?
Oh, it's a difficult question.
Because you said in United Kingdom, there's like 12 teams, 12 women clubs, yes?
Sorry?
In United Kingdom, you said it's like 12 teams, as I
understand. It was when I came in 2005. Now, sometimes I check the websites, because I spent almost 8 years there, and I was involved in London 2012 during Olympic tournament, so I have a lot of friends there. But they expanded, so now they have a program for schools. They have a women and men teams, national teams.
I checked at London Olympics, women's team had 0 wins in the group stage.
Yeah, so of course, because it was a new sport for them, and to be honest, when they played qualification, they have never chance to be a part of Olympic tournament. They were part because it was organized in London. So there was, before Olympic Games, there were not any national team. So in the first step, they invited whole players, every player that have a British passport. So for example, a goalkeeper in a ladies team was born in Denmark. Her mom was a Danish, and her dad was Danish, and her mom was British. So, but she grown up in Denmark, and she played handball there since she was little. And there were a few same, players like she was. So they didn't move in a similar way like Austria, that they bring players from abroad, from Russia mainly, for example, but they try to work with people who had a British passport. So, but these days they have national teams, they attend qualifications with youth teams, but still working on there is no quality. Because in the whole London there are just 2 sport hall, or 3, that you can play handball. So when I came to a training, they asked, okay, pay £5, you can play. And there was a group of people, and say, okay, you lead a training today. So when I played, there were no coaches, just players mainly from abroad who came to England to study or to work, not to play handball. So we were volunteers for this sport because we like it. So when I played, there were not too many British players in the clubs, but it's different now because they work with the schools and they brought handball as a part of curriculum. This is a main task for Great Britain.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Kādi jautājumi vēl? Not? Thank you. Redziet, Apiņa kungs pieminēja jau savā prezentācijā. Izdomājuši zinātnieki, jeb
See, Mr. Appins already said that the research has been that if we want to win Olympic gold, then we have to make a Latvian handball team. So now, this is going to be a coffee break and some snacks, and let's meet up back in an hour and 15 minutes at 2 o'clock. Thank you.